Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of Ascension Teachings, and today we're continuing on with part 2 of going through some of my UFO footage and paranormal footage as well. And so starting off, this is some very popular footage. Now basically what happened was I was going to and from the lounge room or living room to the kitchen, just getting snacks and just chilling out and vegging around, and every time I went past the hallway I could see something sort of duck out and then come back. So it was basically like something was peeking around the corner, very short, about 3.5 foot tall. And after numerous times of this happening, I got out the infrared camera, I sat it on the table, pressed record, and this is what I captured. Now what's interesting about this is in the analysed version from Jason Glees, where he's been able to bring out more detail, you can actually see the being blink. And this has also been investigated by Japanese television, numerous other investigators, and basically the best way I can describe it is that I wish I'd pointed the camera a little bit more to the right, because what you don't see is where it's ducking out from. There's actually sort of a panel, a side panel of a walkway. You can see the left side of the walkway almost in the middle of the screen. You sort of walk in the hallway and turn right straight away, and this being was coming out from there. So I don't believe that this being was fully materialised. I believe that it was more in apparition form. And so it's been some quite amazing experience, and it was so much gratitude and thanks that I was able to capture something like this over so many years. My family and friends, the first thing they told me was, "You've been telling me about this for years and now you've finally got it on camera with what they can do." Now here what we're seeing is an egg-shaped craft. This is the Pleiadian type craft that I was telling you about that is like an egg. I could explain sort of a lot of the crafts and things as we go along, but it would just take up too much time. I'm really trying to cram this into 2 episodes. So this basically, again, thought to walk out. This is how it happens so many times. I just walk out and this is what I experience. So this is quite amazing footage in terms of clarity, reference points and things like that. Now here's another Pleiadian craft. Sometimes they've got a pinkish or a blue energy field to them, or white. In this case it was a morphing light right up above me. You can see that I've used the branches here as reference on the tree to be able to sort of reference it and then zoom quickly in on it. So this is what I was able to capture. We're almost out of power on this camera. God, it's just gone red. It's beautiful. Let it go. Blinked out. Now this is an amazing photo here, a bit blurry, I admit that. Now what's happening is that when the beings come in, they're vibrating like that, so the camera has trouble trying to focus on what's actually going on. It's sort of, you know, when you've got something on the camera and the camera's trying to focus and it's sort of going in and out. That's what was happening in this case, and I actually had somebody there to witness me take this photo as I took it. Now this is Shiji, and it's basically what you're seeing is her and her craft overlaid the bedroom that I was in at the time, and she was pulsing in and out, and I was able to capture this on camera, and this has also been analysed by multiple sources as well as Jason Gleaves. Now, we hear about abduction marks. I could probably show you half an episode of just marks and stuff, whether it was abductions or checkups. In this case, this is a checkup. So what you're seeing here is a scoop mark that actually has 3 little scoop marks within it, making a triangle, and it actually glows under black light. I was told by a lot of researchers and people that if this happens again, get a black light and check it, because there may be something on you as a byproduct. At the time, I did get like a earbud type thing, cotton wool thing, dubbed myself. I couldn't see any material glow on it from that, but I was basically just trying to get any more evidence that I could in terms of if I could get it tested. But this is what I call a checkup. So what they do sometimes is they pull you out of your body onto the crafts, meaning your consciousness, your light body, and then they put you back. Sometimes they'll take both and then separate them. There might be upgrades or something going on. In this case, the information that I got was that there was basically a checkup being done to see how my light body and body are getting along after there was some alterations done. So this is basically like a checkup, like the doctor just pricking you, and from that they can tell a lot of data. Now, here is a craft that I filmed in Bali when I was there. This is quite early in the morning when I got up one of the days that I was there, and it was just a big, beautiful craft coming over. And now going on from that, we're going into some very popular footage of mine that I've got. Now, this is just snippets of pretty much 6-7 minutes. This was so hard to capture, like I've talked about in the past with the auto and manual focus. Very hard to film. I had problems with reference points, but there was 13 people here that witnessed this craft with me. And it was quite amazing. What it was doing at times was it looked like a saucer or a disc, as you can see, but the middle would basically open up like liquid metal, and it looked like a donut, and then it would sort of like reseal on itself. And so this is a Pleiadian craft. Can you see the big cloud like that? See it's going past the big cloud now?
Sunny's on.
Now, I actually got a metal sample given to me of some of the material that this craft is made out of. It was given to me by Shiji and Hema, and there was another being there as well. So apparently how this works is that they break down this material, which is a type of pyrite, and they break it through the molecular structure of the craft, and that actually helps give it a symbiotic relationship with the pilot, almost like it's an artificial intelligence, I guess, in a way you could say that the crafts have. Sometimes they've got DNA coding in them to match just a pilot, so they can't be operated by anybody else as well. Now, we hear about the flying humanoids quite a bit. This is some footage that I got one day in the afternoon, I believe it was, in Melbourne, and yeah, it was quite an amazing experience. So here's an example of what a flying humanoid looks like. Beautiful. There's a plane. It's going past this tree here. Now I'm actually lying on my back. on the lawn, trying to get as steady as I can. This is some footage that I got in Italy, and this was actually filmed by a television station as well.
Oh, look at that turn.
And as you can see, this is quite amazing, this footage. It was doing amazing manoeuvres. I actually predicted the time and location we had to be to experience this as well.
No joke, that moved like a kilometre in the blink of an eye. Whoa, look at that move again. Look at that moving to the right now. Look at that. Wow. Look at that.
And it does a beautiful power up.
Whoa! Whoa! Seriously? Whoa! Look at that! That's without any zoom on. That's no zoom on.
No, grazie.
Grazie.
Going on from that, back at Warrandyte, just outside of Melbourne, I had telepathy one evening to go out, and I actually saw an orb come over, and there was sort of what I can describe as like almost looked like a fluorescent tube of light down low. And when I took a photo of what I was seeing, this is what I captured, and it's actually a being inside a craft. So it was very dark in that area. All I could really see was just this light. I didn't know what was there. I don't believe this craft was massive at all. This object was probably the size of maybe an SUV to two SUVs. It wasn't super big. Some of these crafts are only about 7 meters in diameter, which is about 21 foot, give or take. And this is what we can see here. And it was actually analysed by Jason Gleaves, and you know, between him and I talking, looking at certain things, it looks like that there may even be a panel in front of this being. It looks a lot like Yoda with black eyes. So this was taken some time ago. Moving on from that, here's some footage that I filmed in Melbourne. Bit shaky, sore shoulder, but it's very high up and stationary at the moment. Beautiful. Beautiful energy from it. And moving on from there, I was actually in Vegas at this time, Las Vegas, and a friend actually had to go to a bank. It was probably maybe 5-10 minutes away from the strip, so we were sort of going out from the CBD or the Central Business District area. And basically I'd been telling him all day that something's going to happen. I had my camera with me like I always do. We walked out of the bank and basically straight away this is what we saw in the sky.
Got it. There it is.
And it was quite beautiful to experience that with my friend because it was just amazing energy from the experience. Bit hard to film.
You've been saying there's going to be something for all day, right?
Yeah, man.
It's just stuck there.
Look at it on the screen.
It's not moving at all. Oh, is it a Merkaba?
It's morphing, man.
It's beautiful. It's moving.
Look at this, man. Look at the screen.
Oh, it's moving a bit, huh?
Look at the screen.
Oh, that's beautiful. No way. Oh, dude. Oh, there's someone in there. What is that? Just faded out. Because the lines is right. There's too many power lines.
Now here's some footage that I got when I was in back in Melbourne quite some time later. Driving down the road, I saw this object pulled over, and this is what I was able to get. This is just some snippets. It was very hard to film because basically I had the sun in my eyes, and I basically put together the best bits of what I was able to capture, as it was just very hard to film. But it does look like a metallic type object.
I can't see because of the glare. I can't see because of the glare.
Next, this is going back to America in Santa Barbara. I was with a friend walking on a beach, and here was this beautiful, it was sort of a reddish pinkish orb that was pulsating, totally anomalous, and this is what I captured. Yeah, that's just a red orb. That's crazy. Well, that. Moving on from there, back in Australia, walked out, looked up, and basically what you see is what you get. Another one coming behind it, there's 3 of them. One shot. Look at this one. Orion's a hot spot. Now here's some footage that I got when I was just walking out with somebody down to basically a block away, and it was to go and get some Thai food, and straight away when we walked out, this is what we saw.
It was just so low like that. That's the second one I've seen today. It's no joke.
Well, that's crazy. Now this is more recent stuff. This was filmed at the bottom of Mount Buffalo. Again, walk outside, and this is what I saw after running back in to grab the camera, and quite beautiful light ship. God, that is huge. So what we have here is some footage that I captured while on tour during the Disclosure Down Under tour, which Edge of Wonder were also a part of. And this was after a workshop with James Gilliland, John Babanco and myself. And this is pretty much in the middle of Sydney, and everyone there just couldn't believe what they saw that had witnessed it. Yeah, I can't see it at the moment. I'll have to look at it on the screen and enlarge.
You know,
I've got one in large if you want to see it.
Other side of the light pole, on the left hand side.
Sorry, I'm seeing
It's to the left of the big lights inside. And it's like literally a tiny little black dot.
So as you can see, after the last 2 episodes, there's quite a lot of footage and evidence that I've produced, and this is just a small snippet of 10 years of evidence. With that said, not even 1% of what I've got. There is thousands of videos and photos, so much to go through. So this is just like a small conglomerate of evidence. And I just hope you've enjoyed it, and it gives you a bit more insight about me, my story, and the process that I've gone through experiencing this stuff, along with the other episodes as well. So what I want to leave you with now is a very easy exercise about thinking where you want to go in life. What's your purpose? And I get asked this all the time by so many people, and it's a very simple answer. And it's not to say that I know it all, but it is very simple. Your purpose has got to do with what you're passionate about. So what I want you to do is even sit down, get a pen and a piece of paper, write down goals and visions, things that you want to achieve. Now, where a lot of people make mistakes when I see this, when they tell me about stuff, a lot of the time I don't see anything about being of service to others. And when I talk to people about what they're passionate about, a byproduct of doing what you're passionate about is service. Service to others, being in service mode. And what you'll notice as well is that the little goals will actually be in line with the main vision, the ultimate goal, and it's about the journey going through that as well. With that said, part of this is getting out of your comfort zone, and it's very hard. And when we don't get out of our comfort zone, we've got stagnant energy, we don't evolve, we don't grow. And it's fearful to get out of our comfort zone because we don't know what's going to be a byproduct, what's going to happen, what the future holds. We think about our security, we get in the reptilian brain. But when you make that move, you take that leap of faith and you follow the heart with that which you're passionate about, amazing things can happen. So it's something, up to you if you want to do that, but I highly recommend it. Just sitting down, going through goals, visions, things you would like to achieve, what you're passionate about, really look into what you're passionate about. But again, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next episode and next season of Ascension Teachings. Thank you.